Hey everyone, it's Raquel with Rocket Kitties, and we are back with part 3 of my charm tutorial using this little banana milk capuchon. A quick little recap. Part 1, I showed you how to use the bail to glue it to the back of the capuchon, seal it, and make it look really nice to make a charm. Part 2, I showed you how to seal the front of the capuchon if you wanted it to have a shiny finish. So in this tutorial, part 3, I'm showing you how to create a slight 3D look using the 3D gel builder gel nail product that I just showed you a little bit earlier. I really like using this one in particular because it is a small tube and it comes out really tiny, which is really great for when you're working with a small item like this. It just makes it a lot easier. So right here, I'm using my silicone tool to kind of pat down the 3D gel very lightly so I don't mess up how it looks, but just so it sticks fully to the capuchon piece. And I'm just making sure it lays down and looks like a little droplet. So my idea is, since this is a little banana milk capuchon and it's in a can, my thought was like, oh, if you open it and some milk spills out, it'll have little droplets on it. So that's kind of my idea going into this. I did cure this piece for 60 seconds. I just kind of skipped over that so we're not staring at the UV light for 60 seconds. So just so you guys know. So there, I was just checking to make sure it cured properly. Everything looks good. And I do like using clear builder gel for this just because I know it's going to cure really well under the UV light. And I can either paint over it or I can add a dye to it that is transparent. I love using that for when I make gummy bears or something like that. That I can show, I will probably show later on in my resin tutorials. But back to this tutorial. I'm doing a second little droplet piece, and as you can see here, I'm just kind of patting it down again and making sure it's adhered to the piece well before curing it, because I don't want anything poking out or scratching. I just want it to adhere fully to the piece. So now I've cured that again, and I'm just making sure everything looks good. And it does. So now we're going to move on to the next step, which is painting it to make it look like banana milk. So I got some yellow paint here, and I always keep extra tools around just to make sure that in case I need something, it's there. I should have put on the camera, but I also had like a little cup filled with like a little bit of water, and if I need to fix something, I'll use a brush or a Q-tip, dab it in the water and like dry it a little bit on a paper towel so it's not like drenched, and I'll use it to fix something I did. So I'm going to actually show you that in just a bit. Here, as you can see, I'm painting over that little 3D section that we did on top of this cabochon, and I'm not like doing the best job. As you can see, like it is, look at that little, like it's just all on the side. That's not really exactly what we want. But that's what happened. And I thought, oh, this is a great opportunity to show like how to fix that. So here I grabbed my little brush and I'm trying to fix it. But I realized I didn't put water in it. And I'm like, why isn't this working the way I want? And it's because I didn't dab it in the water first. But that's basically it. You want to wet the tool you're using a little bit and then wipe it away while it's still wet. You don't want it, I mean, you could probably do it later, but it's going to be harder. It's easier just to tackle it right away as soon as you see that you messed up something. So as you can see here, I did dab the brush a little bit more and I'm just kind of cleaning it up. But yeah, that is the milk part. And I just think it's funny. But this is just, it's definitely not necessary, but it's just giving you an option, an idea, and you might come up with something different. That's what's great about crafting and making things like everyone does things differently. But this is like a great way to kind of open the door of like possibly doing something different. So after I let that dry for a little bit, I am now going in with more UV resin and I'm just putting it on top of the 3D effect area that we did. And I'm doing that not only to seal on the paint, but also to make it thicker and make it protrude out more. So it's like even more 3D. And I am someone that loves like sealing everything, going over everything multiple times with resin. I just think it helps make the piece last longer and it helps make it more sturdy. So here, I'm just kind of showing you how I'm putting the UV resin over it. And at the top part, if you can see it, I did kind of goop in some, like the UV resin kind of spilled over to the side. So I'm going to show you how you can easily clean that up as well. But yeah, we're just going over it, making sure I covered all the areas, making sure it looks good. And now I'm just going to grab a Q-tip. I'm just going to make sure I dabbed it in a little bit of water and we're just going to wipe it up like so. Very simple, very easy, and a quick little fix. Very cute. Yay. So I'm just kind of checking over everything, making sure it looks good. I can be very particular, but I'm just making sure it doesn't like there's not any more resin spilling over. So we have cured that for 60 seconds. And this is how the piece looks. It might not be your cup of tea, but it's just an option that you can do to give your charm a little bit. This part, I was like, see, I opened it and I spilled the banana milk. But anyway, so yeah, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful. I hope that it inspires you or sparks new ideas to do something different. That's what's so fun about these tutorials and learning how to do things or watching someone else make something, because it can inspire you to do your own thing. If you found this video and tutorial helpful, please like the video. I would so appreciate it. And also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more tutorials. I'm going to release one more tutorial using this banana milk charm. And we're basically going to use it to assemble a phone charm. So for this particular tutorial, we're going to be making a small little mini phone charm. And I'm going to show you how to use jump rings and use it so that the piece lays down a certain way that you want it. So please look forward to that. Until next time, bye.